Welcome to Appetite for Cooking. On today's episode, we're going to show you how we made this wonderful, tempting strawberry pie, which actually has no sugar added.
That's right, guys. No sugar added, no cornstarch added. So there's zero sugar footprint and zero carbohydrate footprint, which is very important for a lot of people out there. Easy recipe. I'm going to show you how this is done, and we think you're going to like it.
And if you don't believe us, come and join us and see how we made this.
Stick around. Good stuff is on the way. I'm going to go for about 1 cup of water. Now what we're going to do is set this on the stove. We have an electric stove, so we're going to be putting this at about medium heat thereabouts and let that get going. What we're going to do, guys, is a lot of times when you cook and you're using replacements for sugar, for cornstarch, and the like, you're going to have to be creative with your baking or your cooking. And so what we're going to do is half of these strawberries you're going to be making a yummy filling, and you'll see how it compiles up. But now let's start the crust. You see I have my stevia right here. So again, we have 3 cups of almond flour, and we have 1 cup of coconut flour and 1 cup of stevia. So we have our handy dandy mixing bowl here, everyone, and what we're going to be doing here is getting everything set up. And then I have 3 sticks of melted butter, and basically I'm going to be making a crumble crust, and we're going to be taking this into a 9-inch pie shell. We'll be putting 1 or 2 drops of vanilla extract in there. And there we go. So you guys can see how we have that set up, and it will turn out just lovely. Nice and crumbly. And I think everyone is going to be quite pleased at the result of this. So you can see we have our 9-inch pie base right here. You have enough butter in this, you don't even really have to worry about greasing your pan up if you don't want to, because there's so much butter in this almond flour mixture. And the idea, we're just going to be spreading this around. You know, the other thing you can do if you want to is you can take your measuring cup. Got one right here. You want to press it in. Use the measuring cup to really get in here. We have our oven right now heating up. It's already been heated up, set for 350 degrees. And the idea is we want to get this to where it can go in there. And you're going to harden the shell up. So you're going to pre-bake the shell probably for about a good 15 to 20 minutes. step away from this and stick on our filling here real quick, guys. So you see how we have this. Put a little bit more on our base right here, guys. Now, as far as the strawberries that I'm using and everything, I got the large containers at Walmart, the big rectangular jumbo size containers, and I'm using around, I would say, 3 containers of strawberries with this recipe here. Now, granted, not all of them are going to fit, but you could always come by with a smaller foil pan, mix you up another batch of crust material, and then fill in the rest. So that would work out pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and put this in our oven. You see how we have it. It's nice and rough. Let's smooth this out a little bit right there. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this in, let the filling cook. And by the time the two come together, so we're going to put this into our oven here. It's already 350 degrees. And we're going to set the timer for around 25 minutes. And we'll come back when it's time to compile this lovely pie for your satisfaction. Okay, you see we have our filling right here, guys. We have the swerve in there. We have the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the allspice, the lemon zest and lemon juice, and it's thickening up right nicely. Now, if you had some good, fresh, grated ginger root, use some powdered ginger. We have ginger, but the problem is it's in a squeezed bottle, and when you read the back side, it has a little bit of sugar in there. And the idea of this recipe is no sugar added for your complete satisfaction. And yeah, you see this is thickening up really nice. Now what we're going to be doing once this is thickened up, guys, to a real good point, we are going to come back. And we're going to probably hit it a couple times with one of those single mixers to make a nice little puree going on, and combine it with the fresh strawberries, and it's just going to be heaven in a slice. And you're going to see what we're aiming for right here. And but like I said, if you had fresh ginger root, you know, that's just the smell of the holidays. It's starting to smell a lot like Christmas around here, I'll tell you that, guys. The lovely smells of this and everything. You have that swerve going on, the confectioner's blend, and it adds ideal medium. I don't think we need to put more than that in there. The strawberries have ample sweetness, but for the ones that are a little more on the tart side, the 1/4 cup of the confectioner's swerve should equal it out. And then you have the other assorted spices of the holidays. So we're going to let this cook up and everything while the pie crust is doing its magic, and then we'll revisit that here in a couple minutes, guys, and see how we're doing. How about that? And here it is, guys. We have our nice pie shell here. It's soft on the bottom. It's going to cool on down for quite a while. And we have our filling right here, right beside it. And we've thrown some more strawberries in there. And see how nice and thick that is? And, you know, like I said, there's no starch in there because you can't do starch. Starch has a very high carbohydrate footprint. And anyone that's trying to do the no sugar, carb-friendly dessert diet thing, cornstarch just isn't going to work well for you. But you can see how it's nice and thick. We've added more of our strawberries in. But I want this to cool on down to a nice room temperature. You still see there's a healthy amount of steam coming off of it. So we're going to let both of these just cool on down for the next little bit of time, probably about another hour or so. And then we'll pick this up, and I think you guys are going to be very well pleased. Stick around. All right, guys, we have our finished pie shell right here, and you can see we have our filling that we made, and it's got a real nice consistency to it. We took some more strawberries and added them in there so they'll seep in nicely. So we have a perforated spoon that we're going to use to transfer this over to our pie shell. And like I said, you know, generally in a dessert like this that would use sugar, you would also use quite a bit of cornstarch, because cornstarch will give you that thickening agent where we're actually using the bodies of the berries themselves as the thickening agent for this pie. So you can see what we're doing. We're kind of just layering it around. Filling it in nicely. And then we'll come back with the fresh berries once we've filled this in. And then this will go in the refrigerator to chill up. And if it gets heaping proportions in here, that's fine. Okay, and now we'll just come back with our fresh berries. Line them out around the top. A lot of people cannot have sugar. So, this gives a lovely seasonal treat to the ones you love. And I think everyone's going to enjoy it. So you just fill in the rest of your strawberries where you wish to have them. Just have some fun filling them in. Two more to put in, guys. And there you go. Now, this will go into the oven, or not the correction. This will go into the refrigerator or the freezer. And then when it comes out, we're going to give this thing a nice little finish. And I think you'll find that it's just going to look so decadent, you're just going to want to dive in. So stick around, more good stuff is coming. So there you go, guys. Here is our finished product. We gave it a nice little dusting of swerve there, confectioner's swerve. And you can see it. This is a cold berry pie right here. And pretty much that's all she wrote because, you know, served chilled. We let this chill overnight in the refrigerator. And I think you guys are going to be quite happy with the results here and enjoy. So from everyone here at Appetite for Cooking, we'll see you on the next one.